Thank you for joining us. Our 403 event series was created to build meaningful conversations throughout structured networking and insight from subject matter experts from our local community. Given that this past October marked the one-year anniversary of legalization, tonight's event will cover the success and speed bumps of the industry through the last year, as well as what the future of cannabis looks like. At the Calgary Chamber, we've been proud to support our growing cannabis industry, no pun intended, and are fortunate to have several companies as part of our member community, including Sundial, Westleaf, 420 Premium, Beltline, and High Tide. Starting off with Daphne Canales-Lees. She will moderate the panel this evening, and she's the founder of Trustini Law Association and the CEO of Spartan Spark, a digital marketing software company.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming. Today's event marks the first event that Trustini is hosting with different partners, such as the Chamber. Trustini Law Association is all about having a conversation around cannabis, talking to experts such as lawyers, investors, entrepreneurs, about the things that aren't being talked about from a business perspective. So that's what we're here to do today.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you so much for holding this event and having everyone here. Like it was mentioned, I represent one of the oldest general contractors in Western Canada, and we've been predominantly in the oil and gas industry for a very, very, very long time. And we've realized and been watching and adapting into this new segment of cannabis and just seeing the regulations and the framework in the industry. And we realized that real estate is going to be king in this industry, and there's going to be regulations. And when Health Canada announced that every single person will require a facility in order to get into a license, it kind of sparked our heads. Like, we're in Alberta trying to diversify in multiple different developments. And where we're at today, we have a 1 million square foot development approved project in Red Deer called Agritech Haven International.
So I'm with McLeod Law. I'm a partner. We're a multi-service firm. We're regional, basically, primarily in Calgary. We are very entrepreneur-driven, and so before this, our focus, my focus particularly has been capital markets, helping entrepreneurs to raise capital, really from early stage on to growth, and then possibly exit through an IPO. And really, that hasn't changed at all. And cannabis is an interesting industry because it's not a specific legal area of practice, but it is really an industry. And so all the same rules apply, more or less, outside of cultivation and some of the rules that Sunny was mentioning. So for us, what we're really focusing on is how are we going to help entrepreneurs, early stage companies raise money and really start from seed capital through your first round of financing and then possibly on to more sophisticated investors, and each stage requires a lot of different information that the entrepreneur is putting out. So I think for us, we really are just interested about the business that the entrepreneur is in.
And Bruce, you and I have a unique connection.
So prior to joining the cannabis industry, I was with Calgary Economic Development, and the highlight of my time there was, of course, meeting Daphne in China. I happened to walk into a hotel, and she was giving a presentation to a bunch of investors, and then they were lined up to talk to her afterwards. So she's very persuasive. I came into the industry just after the legalization last year. Prior to that, I was with Calgary Economic Development as a Vice President of Trade and Investment Attraction. And part of that job is that we were studying what are the industries that we could try to help incubate in Calgary and help diversify our economy. As you all know, that's a very hot topic then and now. So one of the things that myself and one of my colleagues, Robin Buse, did was initiate some studies into what the cannabis industry could be and where it could go. And the interesting part, and the reason I bring up her name, is that soon after we released that study and did some work in that space, we both left Calgary Economic Development and joined cannabis companies. So we saw the potential, if you will, of how big this industry could be, and the attraction at the time, for me anyway, was to go into an industry that is starting from scratch And I think many people have said it, and I truly believe it, that it's a once-in-a-generation opportunity and for me, once in my career, opportunity to start something from scratch, build it up, see how far we can go with it, and then hopefully reap the benefits. But right now, we're also going through a pretty rough time.
Thank you, everybody. We're filming today, as you know, and this is going to be posted on Trustini.com on our YouTube channel. If anybody knows any cannabis entrepreneurs, lawyers, investors, we'd love to interview them and keep the conversation going. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.